In, ladies and gentlemen, at Paparoa Park. There's Mount Albert Lions 22-12 leaders at half-time. Scoreboard probably not doing justice to how close the first half was. Mount Albert in the end just able to take advantage a little better of their opportunities. Little update from around the grounds. In the second division, the Crown Lift Trucks Shaman Cup. Ponsonby Ponies hold a 10-6 lead over Te Aratu Roosters at the break. The Newland Stags, well, they're on track for the upset over the Franklin Storm, 16 points to 8 at half-time. Manurewa Marlins up 16-0 over the Northern Brothers, and as the Otala Scorpions in control, 16-10 over the Manukau Magpies. And in the first division, Glenora Bears, 14-0 shutout of the Marist Saints in the first half. Northcote Tigers well in control, 22-6 over the Papakura Sea Eagles. And the Otahu Leopards at the break, they hold a 2-point lead over the joint ladder leaders, the Point Chevalier Pirates. So some interesting results, plenty of close games going on with only 6 points separating them at the break. Another close one on the cards here. It's going to be a big second half. Really good game through the middle of the park, particularly in that first one. The forwards, clear standouts, but also the likes of Trent Wallace for the Mount Albert Lions, who was brilliant, particularly with his kicking game. I'm going to welcome back in Troy Hardy. Well, Troy, I saw you walking around the team huddles there at
I was
half-time.
trying to sneak over there, a bit hard to do when you're 175 kgs.
What were the secrets you managed to obtain?
For the Howick Hornets, Jethro was doing a wee bit of talk, and their belief over there was that they felt Lions were shying away from a few of the tackles, and if they get the big boys on a roll, they'll certainly do some damage. You know, they're a bigger pack, so they're trying to play to their strengths. Interesting going over to the Mount Albert Lions little huddle there. They were broken into two groups, and Blue was talking to the forwards, and he was wanting them to have better shape in regards to applying their pressure, and I think they were getting definitely a bit of a roll on with their forward pack that they had, especially with the guy coming in off the bench. And I couldn't quite collect what Cody Walker was talking to the backs about, but they're in a very tight huddle now, and they're talking as one complete unit. So I think they'll be wanting a wee bit more of the same. Definitely both sets wanting to complete. And a big shout out to Lyle Barnes, a big fan of the ARL live stream. So he's a big fan of ours over there on the Gold Coast, and a wee bit of a character around the rugby league terms. So welcome in, mate. I know that you're a Mount Albert Lions legend, and you'll be hoping that that they do well. And I just had a look at one of the tries there. He texted me, said that forward was well passed. Was well forward. That pass was well forward. So thanks for that. I'm trying to call it from the Gold Coast. Oh, big shout out to our major sponsor. Tim's here from SAS, and hopefully we'll get a quick word in with him before kickoff. Tim, great to see you down here sideline. I know you've been doing a wee bit of work with the Howick Hornets.
We have indeed, Troy. Yeah, well, both sides are our sides, both SAS sides, which is awesome. No, so I'll keep my thoughts to myself.
No, all good, mate. No, we caught up with the chairman down here at the Hornets Nest today, and he said that you backed them with Kids for Canteen, so much appreciated for that.
Well, for them too, what an awesome thing for them to put together. You know, we're just supporting them, obviously. So how could you not? Yeah, be interesting second half, eh?
Awesome, mate. Always good to catch up with a fantastic sponsor, SAS Sporting Apparel, as kickoff goes, and we bring Corey back in for calling the action. Stand by. Here we go.
Excellent first carry from Pulipaki, who was pretty good in the first half. Had some big carries, particularly midway through that first half. Armiger now to Jonah Toll.
Rory, move! Here, 9, don't go early. Wait! Go, 3.
Taylor Polder, so they're inside the attacking half. One tackle up their sleeve.
Okay, outside.
Get to the kick off the boot of Prendergast. Takes a horrible bounce for Taulu at the back, and it's cleaned up. And now last tackle, so kicking that tackle earlier. Is it going to pay dividends? I think it is. Luke Armiger. Luke Armiger's over. And what a start for the Howick Hornets.
Well, Jethro knew what he was talking about, wasn't he? Hey, don't like tackling, and there you go. Take the kick off, roll down the park, score a try.
And it started with the kick downfield on play 4 from Prendergast. Took a horrible bounce for Taulu, and then from here, Mount Albert just aren't back. And they're scrambling. Awe and Taulu get there, but Armiger,
Look at the referee.
the damage is done by then, and
Could he
you're
have
right.
been any closer?
So Radic to attempt the conversion from just to the right of the uprights here at Paparoa Park.
Fantastic to have the sponsor down here today, Corey. Tim Connolly. The
Yeah, how
governor.
good of SAS as well to be donating $1,000 to the cause. Canteen. Brilliant initiative from the club as Radic puts the kick over.
Play footy this morning? You did? Who'd you play against?
Lions
You lost.
on the stroll back to the halfway. They'll need to show a wee bit more pride from this kickoff.
Well, they'll be wondering what happened there. Howick,
take
prior to
one
the
goal.
try, were rolling through pretty easily.
Okay, Trent.
Wallace gets us back underway, a high one, which is fielded by Radic. Hands it off to Pulipaki, who looks for a smaller man on the edge.
Rory, roll me up.
Tell you what, for a winger, Milan Brown's been asked to do a fair bit of defensive work today. Howick have liked the matchup down that side.
Daniel! Oh, mate.
Referee certainly gets some guidance from the corporate box over there.
Armiger to Nick Wilson. There's a good carry from the veteran forward.
Just here, guys. Don't go
Just
in,
shy of
Rory.
100 games.
Rory!
Takes him up to 40 now. Armiger jumps out of dummy half. The try scorer from a few minutes ago.
Score and hold. Wait. Go, 4.
Radic. Turn it back inside now to Polder.
Last one to the side. Hold here. Don't go early. Wait.
Last tackle coming up. Armiger goes out to the left edge. Radic straightens.
Stay, mate.
Goes high and across field. Comfortably taken by Taulu. Kick chase really good as well from Howick. So a positive start to the second half, Troy. Howick looking a different team to the one which finished the first stanza here.
Guys, wait. Go, 2. 13 off the ball. Just here, mate. Hold, Nick. Go, 3.
Wallace
Inside.
gets to the kick. It's from inside the 40. It's going to hold up. It's not going to be a 40-20 threat, but the chase is pretty good from the Hornets. Edwards picks it up, sees Palu right there. Oh, playing a dangerous game there. Throwing the ball around at that end of the field, but comes off okay, and Tulafono is tackled. Dominant tackle that time from the Mount Albert Lions
Wait. Go.
via Tupu.
Off the side.
4 points in it.
Guys.
And the ball comes loose, and that's a knock on.
That's a shocker.
So just as they were starting to build a little momentum there, the Howick Hornets, sloppy error from Tussa coming out of yardage.
Halfway, boys. Yeah, hold there. Okay, thanks, George. Thanks, mate. Come on closer. There. Mate, you got to get your head down. Stand up, fellas. Stand up. Okay, seconds in. Seconds in. Come on, boys.
A lot of chat going on the scrum over here.
Let them all in.
McMillan's having to give them a lesson on how to pack down. Seem to end up with one of them every week. Wallace now heads off to Rota, who dummied to Gillett. Instead took the tackle. 30 out from the line now. The sun's really come out here at Paparoa Park all of a sudden. You'll see it on the screen. Significantly lighter than it was in the first half. As Gillett now wants to quick play the ball. Wallace to Kali Kali, look out. Tackled well down low that time.
George.
10 out from the line. Awe is the dummy half to Sampson. Don't be surprised if he plays at the line. He does just that. It's a pretty poor pass, so just behind Rota, and they drop it. So an error each way in the first half, in the second half, I should say.
We'll have another chat at the scrum.
Two more steps.
Lines over here, Mount Albert.
Very good.
Number 2 and 3. Guys,
Looks to be
on.
a real predetermined tactic of this Mount Albert side. They're
Line.
playing at the line a lot through Sampson.
Thanks,
A
man.
style that we've probably seen employed by the likes of the Canterbury Bulldogs in the last few years when they had James Graham and Aidan Tolman as well. Getting those forwards heavily involved.
Wait here.
Plenty of
Wait.
touches for
Go.
the big fellas. Not just carting the ball forward, but also playing out the
Great
back now as
line.
Kevin breaks through the initial one.
Okay, Rory, get up.
All the way, sir.
Hold. Two.
And inside the 10.
Two in there.
Or is it a strip? Looks like it's going to be a strip. That's the call.
First penalty for the half. Let's see what the Howick Hornets can do with this. Chew a bit of meters off as they stroll down the park.
So Radic puts that one up onto the hill.
Here, right on.
And Nick Wilson, oh,
Oh,
Rory Ropati meets him head on, drops him where he stands. Now Tony Tuia
Thanks, mate.
has another go.
Square. Go
They're
early.
30 out from the line now. Howick, plenty of pointing going on. Jonah Toe,
To the side, come
he's been
on.
impressive off the bench. He added plenty, especially with that quick play of the ball. Radic now plays at the line, misses out Wilson, they hand it off. Space out on the edge, balls come loose. Now who was it off?
Been touched, it's gone down a little bit. Good scrum.
You're going to need confirmation on this one. I think it's going to be a Howick ball.
It's not going to happen every time.
is he, oh no, scrum?
So
Bare feet.
it took a touch off a Mount Albert player. I wasn't sure if it was played at or not. Looks like that is going to be the call. So back-to-back uses coming up for the Howick Hornets now. Trent Bishop exchanging a few pleasantries in this scrum with former
I need a
teammates.
half back up, please, mate. Hang on, stay down, fellas.
Saw him in action in a Mount Albert jersey at the Sports Safe ARL 9s.
Out! We're good, we're good.
Radic feeds the scrum, comes out the back now. Edwards will go to the line. A little bit of stepping.
Okay,
Tyrell
let him up now.
came screaming out.
Last foot on the line, Tiz. Go, one.
Friend. Centralised via Bishop, who gets the offload away, and now Mount Albert might be stretched on the left edge. Radic hands it off. Ball is hit down.
Spin touch.
It's going to be a knock-on off the hands of Rota.
Going forward. Hit the ball, mate.
And out of screen, well, Dylan Rota has raced 40 metres downfield, and well, he's conveniently forgot to bring the ball back with him, so he sent the Howick winger on a little wild goose chase. Fairly smart play there, Troy. Just buy your team a few extra seconds to have a rest. You have now been asked to defend 3 sets in a row.
Tiz, where we go, come on. Okay, wait,
So
wait,
the left edge is the obvious target. They keep going there, the Howick Hornets. Will that be the case again now as Edwards, now a little interchange of play between the halves and the fullback, isolated out wide, knocked on again by Mount Albert.
Going forward.
And another scrum to pack down.
Your guys came in on that one. No, someone
In
over
the
here.
space of 3 minutes, Mount Albert have just about doubled their error toll, although they haven't necessarily been negative
They've been
errors.
trying
They
to
have
get
been
there.
knockdowns, potentially to save tries, so good.
That's too simple.
Last-ditch efforts from the Mount Albert boys. And as a coach, well, it's pleasing to see those little extra efforts being made on the edge of the field.
Okay, thanks, mate.
Howick need to come away with the result here.
Hold this trend.
A whole glut of possession. Really, the last 5 minutes, they have been down inside the 20.
Right, Stiggins in, please feel close.
Chris McMillan now to give another
Nick, hit him, please, mate.
scrum lecture.
Yeah, because someone over there. Everything.
And we get there eventually. Prendergast to feed the scrum. And this time we'll go out to the left edge. Radic
Get there.
hands off to Tussa. Tussa is taking the ground, 10 out from the line.
Hold, go.
Edwards. Wilson will settle.
Hey, Coma, let him up. Back foot on the line, mate.
Going sideways a whole lot. Not forward so far, Howick. Cut out ball from dummy half, and now there's something cooking on the right edge, but good edge defense. Missy Tyrell
Hold.
up
Go.
and in to close it down. Vuiti Bao straightens things up. Tua down low to make sure he gets to ground.
Go.
Friend to Bishop. Bishop puts on a bit of footwork. Mount Albert say that's not fooling us. Our way involved. He's been wonderful so far, the young dummy half. His friend now jumps out. Jethro Friend, I don't think he's over. Held up as the call.
Six, hand over. Hand over, Jethro.
And in the meantime, there is drama for one of the Mount Albert players on the line. It's going to be a handover. but they're going to have to
We can, mate.
pause things here. Looks like Taulu on the ground in a bit of discomfort, I think.
Let's make sure it's not serious. We got.
Well, Troy, 4 sets with the ball down that end of the field, and Howick failed to come away with a result. What's that going to have done to the, I guess, mentality of this team right now? No doubt a frustrating result for them.
Absolutely. Big ups to the Mount Albert Lions, though. You know, showed a bit of pride in their line, and they'll take a wee bit away from that. And with all things, you know, let's hope that that boy that's on the ground is going to pop back up onto his feet, and he'll be all good.
Ctas Taulu, and it's the shoulder they're looking at.
All players be grateful, though, for a wee bit of a break, put a bit more wind in their sails.
Okay, hang on, mate. Right, so you didn't appreciate that break. You didn't appreciate that break.
So it looks like he will remain on the field,
Don't go
Taulu.
early, fellas.
And
Hold, go. Hero.
probably pretty key for Mount Albert that he does,
Okay.
given that there's no obvious outside back cover on the bench.
Wait. Go, 1.
Mount Albert really need to complete this set here and get a good kick away.
Go, 2. Don't let the throw top.
Dropati, the little goose step, and he's met in heavy contact down low. Louis Tussa racing up out of the line.
Go, 3.
That fancy footwork's come from his mother, Tanya Ropati.
Oh, get it now! Go, 4.
35 out from their own line now. Awe to Wallace, and Wallace kicks long down to the corner. And that is a terrible mistake. And all of a sudden, the tide turns. Mount Albert, after getting through a whole lot of defence down the other end of the field, they complete their set, they get to the kick, and it's Tulifono who comes up with the error.
Even a couple of the boys were having a giggle from the commentary over the far side there.
Here we are, guys.
One more set.
3 and 7. Move up a bit, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Warren. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, mate. Thanks, Georgie. Thanks, buddy.
I was going to say, don't be surprised if you see a wee bit of weight go on in the scrum here.
Georgie, in we go, mate. Okay, pull in, mate.
No, decided against it.
Dylan Rota now sticks his nose through. Dylan Rota, he's going to go through. Dylan Rota off the scrum. And just like that, the Mount Albert Lions, they're in for another. And it comes out of nowhere. A mistake from the Howick Hornets. And then here, this is just poor numbering up, really, from Mount Albert. In fact, it's poor first up contact. 2 of them go for him, and Rota just slices through. He can't believe his luck.
Great try. Well, what do we say there, Corey, other than fantastic defensive effort inside their half,
Yeah.
just back to back to back. Managed to get a good passage of play away, handling error down there. They come off the back of the scrum, score a try.
Yeah, well, that's right. A try built off defence at the other end of the field, and it'll be very pleasing for Keith Hanley and the Mount Albert Lions coaching staff.
Here we go.
As Wallace steps in, looking to make it a 10-point lead, and he does just that. So back to where we started, the second half, and it is the Lions in control.
The Lionesses are playing tomorrow too, Corey. Don't forget Women in League action up against Richmond. And that'll be the main match kicking off.
Yeah.
Get on the live league action through aucklandleague.co.nz.
Manurewa taking on Tahoe in the curtain raiser, I guess you'd call it, in the under-15s. Should be a good day as Dion Snell wears some heavy contact. He won't mind that at all, Dion Snell. Wallace dance their way out, and obstruction. So they let off the hook here, Howick, and they have a golden opportunity now to once again build some pressure down this end of the park. Tap and the go.
It's okay. Okay,
Brandon Lee, the
stand,
first man to carry.
hold. Wait! Go, mate.
Friend to Toe.
Great run.
Looked
like
up
he'd
and
split
saw
them.
open space there. Jethro Friend now jumps out. Jethro Friend hands it off now to Bishop. Bishop carries forward, flicks the ball out the back. It's loose. Hands it off to Tussa. Louis Tussa in the corner.
No, come off the
They're
foot.
pointing back to the spot there.
It's a try.
It's a
Louis
try.
Tussa has scored in the far left corner here. Let's take a look at the SAS Sport replay. It all starts with a good carry from Jonah Tull, and then Friend jumps out here, Troy. And to be honest, I thought
Yeah,
Friend
he'd
might go
opened them
over.
up, eh? Yeah, it looked like it.
There was a little gap there. Hands it off, and then from here, Bishop, the nifty little flick offload out the back. It's messy at this point. Edwards picks it up, hands it off to Tussa, who at that point just has to run in and ground the ball. He does just that. So the roller coaster ride continues in this game. End-to-end stuff, and Howick with the chance to reduce the gap to 4 once again. Radic hits it, and it's going to be away. So 6-point gap, 56 minutes gone here in the round 13 SAS Fox Memorial Premiership live streamed match. We're just doing the one match today with the Mangere East game, which was initially set down to be the curtain raiser today. That's been moved back to Walter Massey Park to celebrate the opening of the brilliant new clubhouse at Walter Massey Park.
Doesn't it
If
look
you,
flash?
If you have been following aucklandleague.co.nz or the Auckland League Facebook page, you would have seen our videos of the journey to there. An incredible facility, state of the art.
And a legend's coming home as well. Olsen Filipina back in the country. Much love to Big O.
Yeah, he's joining Ali Lauatiti, another Mangere East legend, at the opening.
I'm picking Big Ali's a big fan of Big O.
Absolutely. I think any young kid growing up out in South Auckland knows the story of Olsen Filipina. What a legend he is, one of the Auckland Rugby League's greats. Radic now to Bishop. Bishop spins his way through.
Okay, Sala, stand and square. Go, 4.
Friend jumps out. Tull centralises. He's tackled just over halfway. Last tackle now. They need to get to a good kick here. Prendergast kicks across the body. Walter scoops it up.
He's had a look.
And
Oh,
now
the ref's
brings
not
it
looking to see. Got
right
it.
back.
Hey, Trent Bishop.
Nick's not there. Stand and square. Hold
A little bit of rain starting to come down here at Paparoa Park.
Go, 2.
Yeah, what a weird day. Sun's out, it's raining, and it's like there's fog in the commentary box.
Penalty. So a little leg up out of trouble here for the Mount Albert Lions. Even a little rainbow appearing on the field up in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And there we go. Beautiful shots from our camera crew at Ctas.
I got it. Make sure you got him out, mate. Let's go, Trent. Let's go.
So Wallace puts this one into touch.
On the line, boys. Here, Nick.
Mount Albert get an opportunity here to mount a bit of pressure.
Ropati, he's making a solid tackle. That's good defence from Howick. Holding him up, but he'll get to a quick play the ball here, Ropati. Well, no, he won't, because he's told to go back and play it again.
Go.
Awe hands it off to big Falilua Malio. Bumps and pushes his way to 20 metres out from the line now. Awe centralises via Coma Sampson. Sampson this time takes it to the line. He's tackled under the weight of Jethro Friend. They're going to come out to this left edge now. Taulu chimes in. Tyrell, brilliant defence. Howick Hornets. Take your hat off, Anthony Foimoano, who got up and in the face of Tyrell
Okay, next team, you got anything over there?
and really forced that error there. That is brilliant defence, and deservedly, he's getting plenty of praise from his teammates right now, including the big bear hug from Tony Tulia.
Hang on, mate.
Yeah, needed to. I think he's just called time on the clock there.
Yeah, there's someone down in back play here, just trying to It's Trent Wallace, in fact. Back up to the feet.
We'll get a penalty to Mount Albert.
Yeah, he's certainly had some big minutes, Trent Wallace.
What's up, you? The comms out isn't working that great. Okay, so it's a little bit delayed.
So a bit of a captain chat going on out there.
It's been hit late. All right, so it's going to be a penalty.
And you've just got to wonder whether Jethro's, you know, he's all class Jethro, and whether he's just buying his team a wee bit of time to have a breather on the line as they get ready to defend.
Jared, just make sure I breathe.
Yeah, that's probably a fairly accurate guess there, Troy. Jethro Friend just doing his best to slow things down. They're going to look to the posts here. So they're going to look to extend it back out to a 2-score lead.
Yeah, that's good.
Sits at 6 right now.
Yeah, I was following the ball.
So as Mount Albert get ready for the kick.
Coming into this game, the Howick Hornets, they averaged 26.5 points scored per game. Well, they're just about at their average.
I think both sides have got plenty of points left in them, considering how much time's left in the half. Big shout out once again to our major sponsors, SAS Sporting Apparel. Kick is good.
So the Mount Albert Lions take an 8-point lead into the final 20 minutes here at Paparoa Park. It's a huge clash. The winner has a good chance of moving into the top 4, depending on the result in the Point Chevalier Otahu match. And actually at half-time, it's the Leopards who are in control, 12 points to 10. How good is the race for the top 4 going to be this year? It's probably realistically 7 teams who are a legitimate shot of nicking one of those top 4 spots right now. Dion Snell takes it forward. They need a good completion here at Mount Albert. Start making Howick work it up from the other end. That's
Great
great tackle
offload.
down low, though. And it's Jonah Toll involved. They do get the offload away in the end, and they make it about another 10 metres. Now Aiden Alway jumps off a quick play of the ball. Alway looks up, fends through one, hands it off. It's still alive here. Wallace now dances his way through a couple.
Here, guys. Wait. Wait.
It's offload happy footy from the Mount Albert Lions. Ropati now to the line. Not going to go through Jethro Friend.
Wait.
Last tackle coming up. Rota dribbles the kick in behind. It's cleaned up with ease by Howick, but the chase is good from Mount Albert.
Don't go early, Rory. Go.
Really, short of scoring another try, that is the perfect set from the Lions that time. Edwards now chimes across field. I tell you what, he needs to be
Great
careful
D.
he doesn't get dragged back infield. And inside the 10, that is a killer because Mount Albert had them pinned. So a telling error there. Radic
Straight into the commentary box today.
kicks the touch, and I'll tell you what, it's just about coming and taking out the commentators.
No, Tim took that on the full. He's just throwing it back out there in one arm. Here come the Hornets.
So big contact right on halfway. Friend brings it back to the middle. The game sits finally in the balance.
Okay, Tyler, lead him up. Hold. Go, 2.
Friend to Bishop. Bishop plays out the back door now. Radic hits it at speed.
Rory, move.
Desperate little ankle tap there. The only thing stopping Radic from potentially going all the way. Now they go the left side. It's their favoured side today. They've attacked it with some real success, including their last try to Louis Tussa.
Wait. Go, 4.
Radic now gets a slow looping ball. Prendergast now. Vuiti Bau. Vuiti Bau hands it off. There's space on this right edge here.
Great tackle.
Brilliant covering tackle from Jared Tua. Big play from the captain. Potentially a try-saving play. Foimono. Prendergast. They go high. There's chasers everywhere. They flick it back. There's space on the left edge. Radic, he can't get it there in time. Instead centralizes a looping ball back over the top now, and now they play out to this right edge. Vuiti Bell holding it up, dummying Vuiti Bell back in field. Oh, what a try! Foimono! That is sensational. Let's take a look on at the SAS Sport replay, because this was just an incredible piece of play, and it starts here. Radic, he wanted to go to that left edge, couldn't get there. Ends up recentering, hands out to this right edge, and then from here, look at the work from Johnny Vueti-Bau here. Just holds it up, just holds it up. They don't know whether to go in or not, and then looming on his inside, Foimoano, who wears the mother of all shots here and somehow holds on to the ball. That is an incredible try for the Hornets, and one that brings them back into the game.
Not a bad effort. And that all started with the penalty, then off a completion, kept it alive and go over under the post or net damn near it. Kick's not bad.
Yep.
There you go.
Good. 2 points in it.
We've got a game on our hands here today at the Hornets' Nest. Lions come back, getting ready for the reset. Sounds like the corporate box over there starting to fire up. There they are. All the back legs of those chairs, Corey, are cut off.
How, mate? Stay behind, guys.
Okay, looks like we're in for a big cliffhanger.
Backwards, play on.
Wow. That wasn't in the script for the Howick Hornets. They failed to field the kickoff. It bounces into touch, and so we'll have a dropout now.
I'm not too sure, mate. Clean mold. Just on the line behind.
It's the gift that keeps on giving this game. Exciting from the opening minute. It's been fast-paced, it's been brutal in the middle of the park. We've also seen some really nice tries scored as we get back underway. Mount Albert now with the chance to hit back again. And Dion Snell, the former Hornet, looks up. Takes it straight back into the heart of them. But Jethro Friend, along with Jonah Tolt, take him to ground. And now Cully, who's back on the field. Watch for his impact. The big fella in the middle of the park. Awe shifts it on out to this right edge, where Matthew Cully, the other of the Cullys, Rota goes to the line, steps his way through. Dylan Rota is going to go very close. Howick get there in numbers to slow him down just enough. Awe will play short. Look at this. It's a power-based game from Mount Albert. Last tackle coming up. Right edge, Wallace thinks the little kick in behind. It's well weighted. Ends up going dead. Good patience shown by the back three of the Howick Hornets. You can really feel the intensity lifting down here at Paparoa Park. It's the Hornets with all the home support behind them.
Showing great strength in the tackle.
Brandon Lee. Big Tony Tuia. Good leg drive. Takes them 10. One tackle up their sleeve. Friend jumps out.
Looking for a runner. There he is.
Radic now, they'll play on. They've got them stretched on the left edge now. Tussa holds it up. Hands it off to Kevin. Jesse Kevin. He's got numbers inside. Jesse Kevin! He's in! Jesse Kevin scores in the far left corner. And the Hornets are back in front. It starts here with Jethro Friend. And at this point, Troy, it looks like it's broken down. He's looking for a runner.
Yeah, he was.
And he ends up giving it to Radic. And then it's brilliance here from Radic. The vision. Hands it out the back. Tussa, he sums it up beautifully. Holds it up long enough to bring Rota in. And then from here, Jesse Kevin. Look at the work he does at the end here. He's not a big man, but the strength to get over the attempted tackle.
He did the Tony Tuori on him.
Of Taulu. And Jesse Kevin scores in the far left corner.
Well, Jesse and Dad will be having a couple of quiet ones tonight, I'd say.
So, 12 minutes to go in a game that I just don't want to end because it has been brilliant Auckland Rugby League action today. One of the best games we've called so far this year. And I dare say there's a few more twists left in this one yet, Troy. As Radic steps in, strikes it. And the second one off the post by my count. In fact, the first one was Trent Wallace. So both kickers putting one off the post so far. But it is the Scott Electrical Howick Hornets 32, Russell Gordon Contractor Mount Albert Lions 30. 10 minutes to go. The champion minutes await. A place in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership top 4 potentially at stake.
Stay behind.
Oh, and just about a couple of breakdowns there. It was a juggle from Radic, and then Tuia,
Hold 9. Hold.
by the time Radic had juggled it, had overrun the play, but danger averted as Nick Wilson wears a shot.
Wait.
Gets back up to the feet, but he's felt it, Nick Wilson. He's in some discomfort on the ground.
He's
Tony
tough,
Tuia
mate.
puts his hand up, and now a penalty.
You're flopped. No, this guy. Second effort.
And the hill erupts here at Paparoa Park.
Second effort. Wait. Nick,
Radic will kick for touch.
stay on, Trent.
Yeah, Lions doing it tough here. A couple of penalties going
Keep coming, 16. Here.
to the Howick
Right.
Hornets. And they get a wee bit of a march up.
Okay.
Here they come again.
Okay, Rawdon, roll away, mate. Wait there. Go. 1. Good.
Bishop throws the little dummy. Look at him driving those legs. Trent Bishop, another of the former Auckland Vulcans
Wait. Go.
in this side today, along with the likes of Jared Tua,
Still held it.
Tony Tuia.
Stand and square. Here, mate. Wait here. 1 foot.
They're
caught
10
there.
out from the line now, Howick. Short to Bishop. Bishop,
He's been busy today, isn't he?
he has indeed. He's been
Offload.
involved in
Oh, he
everything.
wasn't ready
and
for it.
Jonah Tau, just about disaster there for the Hornets. Friend jumps out now. Vuiti Bao, he is crunched by Jared Tua.
Gone back.
6 again is the call. 6 more coming up.
Stand and square. Wait.
That is really
Wait, go on,
unlucky
wait.
for the Mount Albert Lions. It was a brilliant play from Tua. They were centralised via Brandon Lee, who gets crunched.
Wait, boys, wait.
Friend
boys,
at the
wait.
dummy half.
Wait. Go 1.
Bishop beats the first one. Bishop plays on. There's
Big
space
offload.
on the left edge again. Drew Radic dances his way through. Kelly involved
let
in the
him up.
tackle.
1
There's a
foot
man you
wide.
don't want falling on
Hold,
top of
go
you
2.
in defence. Tau,
Okay, shoot, let him up
very
now.
close to the line now, Jonah Tau.
Wait. Go 3.
Tuia is short. They'll go left edge instead. Radic holds it up. Nick Wilson!
Have you seen Griffin?
Nick Wilson's over. And the Howick Hornets, another try, another successful venture down that left edge. And it is Nick Wilson who scores. Let's take a look on the SAS Sport replay. You can see here, Jethro Friend, he's looking out to his right. Goes left instead, Drew Radic. Beautiful ball at the line, and
No, you're not.
they just find that little gap there. And Nick Wilson, experienced enough to know exactly what to do on that one. Hasn't Drew Radic had a sensational game, Troy? His playmaking, his kicking. He's been on song indeed, the number 7 for the Howick Hornets.
I'm still laughing at the boys up on the hill there. They're still chomping at the bit. As we wait for the kick to come.
Big kick coming up to make it a 2-score lead. Radic, who's been sensational from out wide today. Been on song with the boot. The last one came off the uprights,
I can't sleep on you.
but he's yet to put one in off target as such.
Thanks, mate.
Their last passage of play, it's all been the Hornets. They've had most of the ball, and, you know, that try again off the back of a penalty.
Radic nails
2
it,
points are
and
up.
the Hornets lead by 8. There's going to be 6 minutes to go by the time we get back to halfway.
Hornets about to receive the ball again. Lions are striding up. Just having a look at their body language, they know it's now or never. And it
They're
doesn't
offside.
look like
They're
it's going
offside
to be.
from the kick.
To Messi.
And it goes from bad to worse for the Lions, who are now frantically barking orders at each other. There's still time to get things back on track.
Well, the Hornets don't think so. They're just going to slowly stroll up and look for touch. There they go.
Radic will put that one safely into touch up on the hill.
Okay, fellas, wait for the kick. Wait, Warden.
So you would imagine there won't be anything.
Just a time check, Corey. 5 minutes on the match manager's clock.
There you go, our clock out by about 30 seconds, so fairly well on song. And I don't think we'll see anything too adventurous from Howick here, Troy. They'll just complete this set. You would think Radic or Jethro Friend put this one into touch.
Well, I think Trent Bishop will want to get another try.
And just as I say that, they put up the forward pass.
Did you give him the kiss of death?
Something like that. So Mount Albert, there's their foot in the door. Can they pry it open? 8 points the gap. 5 minutes to play.
8 points the gap and probably about 80 metres for the first.
Well, that's
point.
right. That's just for the first lot of them, and they need to score twice. So Wallace to pack this scrum. Tyrell charged with the first carry, and it's a good one. He's been very
First carry
effective in
for-
the centres, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's been their first carry for some time. Hornets have had the ball for most of that passage of play.
Gillett!
Oh, big hit.
To his credit, Royden Gillett bounces out of it and says, give me some more, boys. Runs another 10. They charge up towards the 40 now. Look at some of the carries, but look at some of the contact. Howick doing their utmost to stop this go forward from the Mount Albert Lions, who are going to have to go wide at some point. It's been very up the guts so far. Bill spills loose. Did it? Knock on is the call. That might be the game. That might well be the game.
Yeah, that's probably the understatement of the day. Lions pack just yelling out, we need to complete.
They need to pack the scrum as well because the clock is ticking.
I think I'll go short here.
Yeah.
Okay, mate. I just need a halfback up here, please, guys. Need a halfback. Okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, mate. Where we go, Ted? Just here, Royden. Okay, mate. Ball in. Oh!
Foimano.
Dion, hands off! Come here, guys. 9. Go, 1. You're good, mate.
Centralised via Bishop.
9, off the ball! Come on, Dion. Hold here, mate. Hold! Hold! Mate. Go, 2. Okay, Dion, hands off! Rory, have a look here. Take it
Friend
to Rory.
at dummy half. And they know they've got this one, Howick. They just need to complete a couple more sets. And they are home for their second victory of the year against Mount Albert.
Hold, guys. Hold.
And they are possibly back inside the top 4 pending other results. Otahu led Point Chevalier at halftime. If that remains the same, as Radic puts the kick over to make it 9. So 39-30, strange old scoreline.
Ooh, I looked away for a second, somebody pulled a drop goal. It's my favourite in the game, I missed it.
And, well, really, there's no difference between the 8-point lead and the 9-point
I
lead,
have
but
to
what it
ask
does do is chew off another minute.
I have to ask, did Tony drop it?
No, not on this occasion, although I'm sure he would have put his hand up for it.
So Mount Albert back to a restart, bit like Groundhog Day.
It will be a short one again. It's going to be too deep, although the chase from Rota is pretty good. Let's give a shout out to the likes of Trent Wallace for Mount Albert, who's been wonderful today in what looks like being a beaten team. But also some of their boys in the engine room, and young Aidan Alway out of dummy half. Had a rough start to the game, dropped it on, I think, his first touch of the ball, but from that point on has been brilliant as Comus Simpson comes out of the line.
Hold.
That rattled my teeth.
9, you need it for me, eh? Line me up.
And it's a very brave man who carries the ball forward for the next minute or so.
9, 9.
We're about a minute from full time here at Paparoa Park. Spin it out the back. Radic gets to the kick, puts this one into touch. And now the applause starts, and the Howick Hornets know they have picked up a big, big victory in the context of their 2018 season. They've suffered back-to-back losses over the last fortnight, going down to Otahu and Mangere East. but they will return to the winner's circle against their fierce rivals, the Mount Albert Lions.
And don't go away after the break, ladies and gentlemen. Corey's going to catch up with some of our captains, get some insights from the game, and we'll also, if we're very lucky, get our major sponsor to be able to present Player of the Day.
Rota feeds the scrum now. Siren goes in the background, and that's going to do it. The Scott Electrical Howick Hornets 39, Russell Gordon Contractors, Mount Albert Lions 30. Round 13 of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Howick get the job done. They kill off a 2-game losing streak. Do stay with us. Post-match interviews with the captains to come.
Oh, I'm going to spit off, but thank you anyway. Thanks, mate. What level is it? No, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Okay. Thanks, Betty. Thanks, mate. That was real good. Thanks for bringing the water on. Yeah, but all the things you got. So we're going to go into the shower. No, it's going to come to the shower, so it'll all be busy. Oh, you might have to hold on to it.
I wear it again tomorrow.
We are now joined by Tim Connolly from SAS Sport, the principal sponsors of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Well, Tim, that was a heck of a game.
It was a great game, Corey. I think I tuned up to a beauty. Yeah, both our partners, which is great, you know, both sides, and they really put their heart and soul in it, that's for sure.
I know you do get out to a lot of Auckland footy. 2 of your SAS teams here in action today. But the Fox, it's been a really good competition this year. You must be really proud to be involved with it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. So it's a premium Auckland competition, and with such history, you know. So it's great to have our logo on the mast, that's for sure.
Now we're going to welcome in Drew Rd13, who has won the SAS Player of the Day award. So Tim Connolly now awarding the prize to Drew Rd13, who had a wonderful game. And while we've got Drew here, we may as well do the captain interview with Drew as well. Well, Drew, a heck of a win, a roller coaster game. At what point did you feel that it sort of tilted in your favour?
It wasn't until probably about 15 minutes to go. I mean, it was back and forth really, wasn't it? But we're just happy to get the win. They've had a tough couple of weeks. So yeah, all we needed was the 2 points, so just help us out.
Obviously, back-to-back losses heading into this one. What was the confidence like as that game was close? Was the sort of belief there that you could overcome Mount Albert?
Yeah, most definitely. We're a confident group. We believe in each other. You know, in the last 2 games, we were sort of leading most of the game and then sort of let it slip. So just had to sort of play a more of an 80-minute performance, and we're pretty confident we're coming over the win today. So worked out well. So yeah.
Found plenty of love down that left edge as well. Was that always a sort of predetermined strategy that you were going to go down there?
No, not well. We fancy both sides. You know, it's just whatever's on, just go that way, sort of thing. Just came off for us today, really. So it was good. Yeah.
Drew, back in the winner's circle and man of the match today. Enjoy the night.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Thank you. You too, eh? Cheers.
And, we'll now bring in Jared Tua, captain of the Mount Albert Lions. Well, Jared, a game where you were in control for a lot of it, but just let it slip away at the end. Where did it go wrong?
Just comes down to opportunity. I think, you know, Hal suffered a lot, and then, you know, they obviously took the opportunities when it came, and we just gave it up too easy. So, you know, opportunity, territory played a big part in it, penalties and discipline. You know, we were good when we had the ball. It's just to the second half we hardly had the ball. So, I mean, we just got to hold that ball next time.
Obviously, you came into this one with only 1 win from the last 5. So was confidence maybe a bit of an issue as well as you got into that arm wrestle?
I would say it was confidence. We're lacking a bit of depth at the moment. A few injuries and players, just not well. So it's a bit of a tough one to bite, but we're going to have to cop it and finish the season strong.
Commiserations on the defeat. Good luck for next week.
Cheers. Thanks. Have a good one.
We're now going to double up. We're going to bring Jethro Friend in as well. We had a good chat to Drew Rd13 earlier. Well, Jethro, a quality win for you guys and against probably your fiercest rivals. A big one for you guys.
Yeah, that's it. We always get up for this game. They're always a quality side every year, and we've been playing real poor in terms of our effort. the last couple of weeks, so it's good to put some points on the board, and especially coming down at half time and coming back and fighting and just finishing the game off real strong.
Yeah, probably the most pleasing thing I'm guessing from that was the fact that you did go behind a number of times, but you had the character to fight back.
Yeah, that's it. We're just trying to remain positive, just flush whatever happened, the mistakes that happened before, and just move on and just worry about what we can control. And I'm proud of our halves, especially to control the game and really win it at the end, kicking it, and Drew Radish again, deserving player of the day.
Yeah, and particularly Drew really took control of that game when it was on the line and found some love down the left edge, plenty of tries down there, so big game for him.
Yeah, that's it. I thought he was real vocal today. He stepped up, controlled the game, and that's what I've been asking from him the last couple of weeks, so hopefully he can build on that and keep getting better.
Jethro, congratulations, back in the winner's circle, enjoy the night.
Thank you, appreciate it.
So we're now going to hand over to the Howick Hornets, who are going to do a little bit of a presentation. They've been raising money for Canteen, about $4,000 by our last count raised so far.
Hey guys, sorry. Hey, this is Jeff Matai from Canteen, and he challenged us to raise some funds with the Head Shave Challenge, and we've risen to that. We've got a couple of hairy boys here, and Jeff, we're honoured that you chose us as a club, and hopefully it's all worked out. So straight after this, we're upstairs to get the head shaved, and yeah, it's a good event. So Jeff, would you like to say something at all, mate?
Just on behalf of Canteen, we just want to thank Howick Hornets, just the club itself, and everybody getting behind them, the Howick community, and just putting up their hands. The 5 nominees that are about to shave their head very soon, but them just getting a little bit of insight of how young people living with cancer, what they go through, and just I guess the outcome that they go. But what they've donated will definitely go a long way to supporting them, continue supporting them with our work that we do, and definitely for a bigger survival rate rather than the other end. So once again, big shout out to Howick Hornets and just their marvellous effort that they've done so far. Appreciate it.
Great stuff. So well done to the Howick Hornets club. We will now have a look at the 2 checks here. One held by Tony Tuia, who we might have a quick chat to. Tony, your involvement in this, mate, obviously a very worthy cause. You've got the hair, which we don't see too often, usually rocking the bald head, but a wonderful cause to be involved with.
Yeah, for sure. I guess a lot of people are affected by cancer, and it was an easy one to be a part of. It was easy to say yes, yep. Normally I'm bored, so the challenge has been to grow my hair. But as you can see, everyone, I can grow hair. But yeah, looking forward to cutting it today for a good cause, and we just want to thank Canteen for everything that they do for those families out there. We know it's not hard, so what we had to do wasn't a hard thing compared to what they have to go through. So yeah, all the best.
Both teams.
Now have a quick chat to Peter from SAS as well, who's holding the $1,000 cheque, which is going to be handed over. Huge of SAS to come to the party, mate. You must be really proud to be involved in this.
Yeah, definitely. SAS Sports wants to sponsor such a huge initiative as Canteen, and sponsor Howick Hornets on behalf of Howick Hornets as well, because they're a major sponsor for us, or we're a major sponsor to them.
And brilliant of principal sponsors of the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership SAS to come to the party and donate $1,000 as well. So that pretty well wraps up our coverage today, although we will have one more chat. It looks like there's money coming out of everywhere. You boys have done a heck of a job. So I think we'll have a quick chat to Dan, who's holding another of the checks here. Well, Dan, I know this cause has a particular closeness for you. You mentioned that in the story we did earlier. Just, I guess, talk us through your motivation for being involved.
Yeah, mainly all the boys getting involved, but for me, that pretty much one of my brothers overseas in Perth, going through his second round, of chemo. So what these boys and what young people go through is just massive. So the firm, as supporters of the Howick Hornets, really want to get behind. Like the committee, there's a couple of committee members doing it and 3 players, so I really want to help them out, and just we chucked in a bit of cash. So yeah, too easy.
Just quickly, we have to single out who's had the worst beard. Whose is the worst.
There's an equal tie between Denny and Muzza. Muzza's one of the homeless boys upstairs as well. So Denny most looks the most scruffy, because Muzz is he's got a bit of a motor on him, so he's always pretty scruffy anyway. So yeah, they're both pretty scruffy.
Brilliant, Dan. On behalf of the Auckland Rugby League, brilliant work from the club, and obviously SAS coming to the party as well. Congratulations on your efforts.
Thanks, guys, and thanks to the live stream team. Awesome work you guys do every week. So thank you very much.
So that winds it up, ladies and gentlemen. That is our coverage, and it is the Howick Hornets who come up with a massive victory over the Mount Albert Lions. Now, do join us again next Saturday. We are live once again. All the details available on aucklandleague.co.nz. We'll see you then.
Live league action. In 2018, the Auckland Rugby League is putting the game in your hands. Never miss a hit from New Zealand's premier rugby league competition. Run it straight to the breakfast team Fridays from 8:20 a.m. when they tackle the toughest competition in town. To get the inside edge on where you can watch the action live and free, head up aucklandleague.co.nz. Live league action. aucklandleague.co.nz.
Oh my
Some
dear.
of the hits in this one. Here.
Love the college rugby league.
Williams again leading the way. Murray getting involved as well. They come back towards the middle of the park. And oh, guess what? Another big hit. Knock on, so what a hit there.
Love the college rugby league.